The auditorium holds 3,000 people. At 9:47 a.m., I'm watching my supervisor present my research as hers. The worst part wasn't seeing my graphs on her slides. It was my sister sitting 3 rows behind me, whispering, "Don't move," because she'd just spotted something I hadn't. The lab smelled like coffee and disinfectant every morning at 6 a.m. I'd been Dr. Adelaide Morrison's research assistant for 18 months. She had 3 Nature publications, a corner office, and a smile that never reached her eyes. "Your data analysis needs work," she'd say, returning my reports covered in red ink. Then she'd present my exact conclusions at faculty meetings. First time, I thought, coincidence. By the 7th time, my hands shook when I opened her emails. She'd taken credit for my algorithm that detected early-stage cardiac abnormalities, my literature review on enzyme interactions, my experimental protocol that cut testing time by 40%. My roommate, Keiko, found me crying over my laptop at 2 a.m. "Show me everything," she said. I had proof. 47 pages of it. Emails where I'd sent Dr. Morrison my findings. Drafts with my comments tracked. Lab notebooks with my handwriting documenting every breakthrough. Then Keiko found the conference abstract. International Cardiology Symposium. Keynote speaker, Dr. Adelaide Morrison. Presentation title, Revolutionary Algorithm for Early Cardiac Detection. My algorithm. 6 days away. My throat closed. She already has," Keiko said quietly. "The question is, what are you going to do about it?" I printed every document, organized them chronologically. My hands didn't shake anymore. They were steady when I knocked on Dr. Morrison's office door the next morning. She was eating yogurt at her desk, scrolling through her phone. "I need to talk about the symposium presentation," I said. She didn't look up. "What about it?" "That's my research, my algorithm. I have documentation. You work for me." Now she looked up. "Everything produced in this lab belongs to the research team. That's standard protocol. Then why isn't my name on the abstract?" Her smile appeared. Cold. Calculated. "Because you're an assistant. You assist. I direct the research vision." I placed the folder on her desk. "These are my emails, my drafts, my lab notes. This is academic theft." She opened the folder, flipped through 3 pages, closed it. "The department chair is on my dissertation committee. We have lunch every Thursday. If you pursue this, you'll never work in research again." The floor tilted beneath me. "I suggest you think very carefully about your next steps." She returned to her yogurt. "Close the door on your way out." I went to the department chair anyway. He listened for 4 minutes before interrupting. "Dr. Morrison is up for tenure. These allegations are serious and could damage her career. And frankly, yours as well. Are you certain you want to proceed?" I left his office in a daze. The symposium was in 4 days. That's when Dr. Ingrid Kim found me in the parking garage, sitting in my car, unable to turn the ignition. She was a visiting professor from Copenhagen. We'd met twice. She tapped on my window. "I overheard your meeting," she said when I rolled it down. Not intentionally, his door was open. "I waited because I need to tell you something." She crouched beside my car. "Dr. Morrison did this to me 3 years ago. I was her postdoc. She stole my research on genetic markers and published it under her name. I tried to fight it, but she had institutional protection." My vision blurred. "What happened?" "I left. Started over in Denmark. But I kept records, and I've been waiting for someone else to come forward." She handed me a business card. "Call this number. She's a journalist who investigates academic fraud. She's been building a case against Morrison for 18 months." The journalist's name was Penelope Cross. She answered on the first ring. "I've been waiting for your call," she said. Turned out, I was the fourth person to contact her about Dr. Morrison. The symposium was in 3 days when Penelope called an emergency meeting. Me, Dr. Kim, and 2 other former students in a coffee shop downtown. I have documentation of 17 instances of theft, Penelope said, opening her laptop. Emails, manuscripts, even deleted files recovered from university servers. One of the other students, a graduate who'd left the program, pulled out her phone. I have voice recordings. She didn't know I was documenting our meetings. She made me change my dissertation topic, the other student said. Then she published my original research under her name 6 months after I graduated. We had witnesses. 4 students. Dr. Kim, a lab technician who'd seen Dr. Morrison edit my files and remove my name. The symposium is perfect timing, Penelope said. Public venue, credible witnesses, undeniable evidence. We had 72 hours. The university convened an emergency ethics hearing the morning of the symposium. I walked into that conference room at 8 a.m. My sister came with me. So did Keiko, Dr. Kim, the other students. Dr. Morrison sat at the opposite table with 2 lawyers. The ethics committee was 5 professors I'd never met. Present your evidence, the chair said. I opened my laptop with shaking hands. This is an email I sent Dr. Morrison on March 14th at 11:47 p.m., containing my preliminary algorithm results. I projected it on the screen. This is her presentation abstract, submitted April 3rd, using my exact methodology and findings. My name appears nowhere. I showed the side-by-side comparison. These are my lab notebooks, documenting 18 months of development. I walked them through every piece of evidence. Dr. Morrison's lawyer interrupted. This is collaboration. Dr. Morrison provided guidance and institutional resources. Then why did she delete the original files from the shared drive? Dr. Kim stood. I recovered them from the backup server. The metadata shows she removed them the day before submitting her abstract. The room went silent. Dr. Morrison, the ethics chair said, would you like to respond? She stood slowly, smoothed her blazer. I have dedicated 15 years to this institution. My research has brought in millions in grant funding. I have published 23 papers in peer-reviewed journals. How many of those papers include stolen research? Penelope spoke from the back of the room. Because I have documentation of intellectual theft spanning 7 years and involving 6 researchers. Dr. Morrison's face drained of color. I'd like to call additional witnesses, Penelope continued. The next hour was devastating. A former postdoc from Morrison's previous institution testified via video call. 2 additional graduate students presented their cases. The lab technician described watching Morrison alter files. With each testimony, Dr. Morrison shrank further into her chair. Finally, the ethics chair asked, Dr. Morrison, did you present this researcher's work as your own? The silence stretched for 30 seconds. The research was conducted in my lab. That's not what I asked. More silence. Then, yes. The committee deliberated for 40 minutes. When they returned, the chair's expression was granite. Dr. Morrison, your actions constitute serious academic misconduct. The committee finds you violated research ethics protocols, committed intellectual property theft, and abused your position of authority. My sister squeezed my hand. Effective immediately, you are suspended without pay pending termination proceedings. Your symposium presentation is canceled. We are recommending investigation into all publications bearing your name from the past 7 years. Dr. Morrison stood mechanically and left without a word. Her lawyers followed. I couldn't feel my legs. The auditorium holds 3,000 people. At 9:47 a.m., I step up to the podium to present my research. My name on every slide. My sister sits 3 rows back, grinning. Dr. Kim introduced me. Penelope's article about academic theft patterns ran in 3 major publications. The university implemented new protections for junior researchers. Dr. Morrison's tenure was revoked. 4 of her publications were retracted. As I present my algorithm for early cardiac detection, I see faces in the audience. Young researchers, assistants, students. Some of them have probably experienced what I did, but they're watching someone who fought back and won. This research took 18 months, I tell the audience. It represents the contributions of many people, but the core algorithm, the breakthrough that made it possible, came from refusing to accept that silence was my only option. The applause is thunderous. Keiko rushes the stage afterward, and we're both crying. "You did it," she says. "We did it," I correct her. Because that's the truth they don't tell you about standing up to power. You can't do it alone. But you don't have to.